No, don't wave that thing in front of my nose. I'm trying to eat my dinner, ain't I?
Well, look, are you going to put any money in it, or aren't you?
No, I ain't going to put no money in it. God, blimey, you start bugging money in every envelope that comes through that door, you soon finish up in a poor ass, mate.
This one's a good cause, Dad.
Good cause? Nah, they're all bleating good causes according to them, innit? I mean, there's always some blooming envelope coming through that door. Got your Dr. Bernardo's, your Oxfam, Waifs and Strays, Salvation Army, unmarried mothers.
And your nuns.
Yeah, well, listen, it's always someone on a blooming earhole, isn't it?
I'm not kidding. You're a right mean old git, you are.
Not me, not
Yes,
me,
you
that's all.
are.
Nothing to do with it. Look, I don't mind bunging out a few bob now and again.
bit of
It's political, that is 100% purely political.
What are you talking about?
Of
Political?
course it is. God, Brian, look, medical aid to Vietnam. Hello. It's your Russians behind that that makes you communist.
It's nothing to do with the Russians.
Well, if it is, I'll have my shilling back.
It's nothing to do with the communists either,
No,
though.
I'm not giving the Russians no shilling.
Oh, it's non-political.
To go buy bombs with.
Not political.
To drop on us.
No,
Look, if
just-
I've got any shillings to spare
No.
to buy bombs with,
no,
I'd sooner give them to us, not the Russians.
See, I'm not...
Shut up, you silly moo! Nobody's talking about bloody bombs, are they?
Yes, I am.
Look, wait, you claim that's non-political, right? Well, then how do you explain all them names on there, eh? Look, you've got your Lloyd Boyd, he's one of your Labourites. Got your Rankin, he's another outside left, isn't he? Non-political. Of course it's political, you great hairy Nelly.
But they're not communists, though, are they?
No, and they ain't bloody Tories, neither. I mean, look down...
You don't like me either,
Look,
too.
look down that committee, the members there, mate. You won't find one single Tory on it.
I don't doubt that.
Well, then how can you claim in all verification that it's non-political if you ain't got no Tories on it?
Harold Wilson's name's not on it either.
Very glad you brought him up, comrade, because now you played right into my hands, didn't you?
No, do you mean I've fallen for your diabolical ruse again, Dad? Yeah, what are you talking about? Look, Harold...
I'm talking about your darling Harold. That's who I'm talking about. God, blimey. Well, what's he ever done for Vietnam, eh? Nothing. Abso-bloody nothing, innit? So Alec home up there, mate, in your Downing Street. He wouldn't muck about sending no medical aid to him. He'd send a few troops and a couple of gunboats, teach them wogs a lesson.
It's a good job he ain't up there anymore, isn't it?
Right, you scarskit. Look, in the last two wars we had, see, when your Yankees was 2 years late in coming in, who was the first to moan, eh?
You was.
See, but now we're late in coming in, all because of your darling Harold. No one's moaning now, are they?
Only you.
Yeah, it's an half-joke couple, isn't it?
Yeah, and Russians, these Russians.
No, you're so politically naive, the pair of you. I tell you, it's the Russians behind that lot, mate. Every penny you put in that envelope goes straight into old Cozy Gin's pocket, mate.
God, no, Charlie. Look, will you do me a favour? Look, it's got nothing to do with the Russians.
If it's got nothing to do with the Russians, then what's your Americans doing out there in Vietnam, eh?
I'll
Answer
tell
me
you what
that.
they're doing. They're poking their nose in where it's not wanted.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what they're
Oh,
doing.
yeah, well, that's only according to your friends, the Russians, though, isn't it?
God, love me. Look, it's got
Look,
nothing
just
to do with the
simmer down.
Russians.
Simmer
It
down.
has nothing
There's
to
no
do with the
point getting
communists.
excited.
It's a non-political...
Nothing will be achieved by that. Just simmer down, discuss it rational. Now then. Look, when Trotsky...
Eh?
Trotsky. When Trotsky took over in Russia, what did he say, eh? What was the first thing he said?
Hello.
Look, don't be facetious. I'm trying to learn you something, ain't I?
All right. Then what did he say then?
Ah, you don't know, do you?
I'll bet you do.
Look, look, when Trotsky took over in Russia, see, the first thing he said was he was going to spread it all over the world.
Spread what?
Communism, you silly moo. What do you think I'm talking about? All stuff?
Oh, that's very...
Look,
That's very nice.
shut up. Look, the only reason that your Americans are out there in Vietnam is to stop the Ruskies extending a sphere of influence into the Western Hemisphere.
Trotsky's dead.
I know Trotsky's dead, don't I? There's plenty more Trotsky sites where he come from, isn't there?
And anyway, Vietnam's not even in the Western Hemisphere.
Oh, is it not?
No, it's not.
Well, where is it then, Mr. Clever Dick?
Asia.
Asia? Asia, he says. God, right, it's a bloody big place, Asia, isn't it? I mean, everybody knows that half your Asia's in your Western Hemisphere.
Oh, don't talk that daft.
Look, not a matter of daft, mate. Look, you claim, in all verification, that your Vietnam's in Asia, right?
Yeah.
Well, so it might be.
Ah,
But, still near to America, innit?
it's nowhere near America.
Nearer to America than it is to Russia.
Oh, no,
yes,
it's
it
not.
is. Oh,
Oh,
yes.
no, it's
right,
not.
I'll bet you 5 bob.
Right, you're wrong.
Right,
You're wrong.
go and
Definitely.
get the map
Right,
out.
just
Go
wait,
on.
let's get it
Hang
straight.
on,
Remember, hang on. Just
So I'll make a
you
few
say.
easy shillings here,
Oh,
won't I?
get off. Look, push over. Look, you say it.
I'll state the terms of the wages, sonny. I bet you that your Vietnam is nearer to America than it is to Russia.
Yeah, I'll bet you on that
Right,
anytime.
$5
You got it, right.
$5
Put the map
it
down,
is.
love, here.
Right. Now then. Asia. Uh-huh.
That's Europe, that is.
I know that's Europe, then I can read,
Well,
mate.
what are you pointing at it for?
Well, I'm trying to get, like, a direction on it, ain't I? I mean, see, you find your shipping lines and they'll lead you to it, don't
Listen,
it?
you don't need your shipping lines. Look, here is Asia. Here.
I know that's
Asia.
Asia, don't I? I had my finger on it before you had yours on it, didn't I? Look, what are you doing? Put it down. Now then. Vietnam.
It's not up that way.
I never said it was up that way, did I?
But you had your finger in the Urals.
Look, I'll finger where I like, mate, won't I?
Oh, that's charming, isn't it?
My finger.
Thank you.
My map and all, isn't it? Now then. Makes you think, doesn't it, eh? Look at a map of the world like this. All these countries we've given away. Blimey. We give away all of that. And all that there. All that. All that. And all we kept was that little bit up there.
We're overcrowded too, aren't we?
I mean, what we should have done is kept all them bits there and give away that little bit up there.
What little bit?
England. Oh, blimey, it's typical of your Labour, isn't it? Bloody fools. Well, old Attlee must have been senile. Basically giving away all them bits there. I mean, you've got all your wogs sitting here in your deck chairs, basking in the sunshine. And we're up here in a freezing rain and a fog.
Snow,
Yeah, catching colds.
flu.
And bronchitis. God blimey, if anyone needs medical aid, it's us, not them Vietnams.
Look, you're not being bombed, are you?
Look, Miss Clever Dick,
Yes.
it's a well-known statistical fact, isn't it? That your bronchitis is a bigger killer than any of your bombs. You don't see people walking around with a blooming great placard saying, ban your bronchitis, do you?
It's all right. We know that. We know all that. We know bronchitis is a killer. So's thrombosis, too and all. But it's not deliberate killing, is it? Nobody's deliberately killing us over here,
I
are they?
know. Well, what about last Christmas on the roads, then? All them drunken drivers, all them drunken cars.
Oh.
Well, you're one of the worst offenders at that.
Talking about I ain't even got a car.
No, but you would be if you had.
Here it is. Look, here.
What?
The Isle of Wight.
He wasn't looking for the Isle of Wight, you silly moo.
I was.
Anyway, that's Ireland, that is. Isle of Wight. Oh, hello, look. Hong Kong.
Ah, so.
Can't see Vietnam, huh?
I can't see Shanklin neither.
Oh, no, it's around Indochina way.
No Ventnor. But had a nice holiday there once, Ventnor. Wouldn't mind going there again.
Here it is, look. Vietnam.
Would you?
Where?
Just
Ventnor.
there. Look at the bottom of China. See it?
Would you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, here, give us that ruler.
When?
What?
I said when.
When what?
When would you like to go to Ventnor?
Oh, blimey, you still on about the Isle of Wight?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you take a pen of...
Pig.
Look, will you leave her alone, you dirty devil? Got to eat my dinner on this table, haven't I? No, Susie's right here.
Look, you don't need a ruler. Look, here's America right over there, right? Here's Russia next to China, and here is...
You ignorant scarce git! The world is round, isn't it?
No.
It's round. It's only flat like on your map, isn't it? You bend that round, see? Like it was, see, a heavenly body, see? A circular heavenly... There's your circumference of it, isn't it? And there's your Russia that side, and there's America over there, isn't it? See, your Vietnam, you find you... And you go through the Pacific Ocean, through your Panama Canal... Worse than Mrs. Murphy's Ginger Tom, you are. It's a waste of time anyway. You don't want to learn nothing, you don't. Lot of fuss about nothing. I mean, ain't much of a war they're having out there in that Vietnam anyway.
Not much of a war. What are you talking about?
It's only a skirmish, that, isn't it? It's nothing like the wars we used to have. God, blimey. I mean, when we start a war, mate, it's a bloody big one, isn't it? Everybody joins in when we have a go. But look at your last lot, your World War II. I mean, nobody's ever had a bigger war than that one, mate.
Well, look, mate, if you're not careful, Vietnam could turn into a much bigger war than that, you know.
Vietnam.
Yeah, Vietnam.
It could lead to an atom war.
Yeah.
Talking about a silly little girl. Look, them Vietnams ain't got no atom bombs. Just a bunch of wogs, they are.
They're chinks, aren't they?
Well, they're chinkish. Sort of like offshoot your chinks, they are.
All right. The Vietnamese may not have atom bombs of their own, but the Russians have, mate. The Russians have.
So if the Chinese...
Yeah, they got one too and all now.
One? Well, what's the good of one, you Yankees? They've got thousands of them.
But so the Russians too. They've got thousands.
So they might
They're
have.
stockpiling them.
They're not as good as ours are, though, are they?
Oh, God.
Blimey, the Yankees have proved that.
Oh, God.
Look, it doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter who's got the best bomb. Any of them will kill you.
Yeah. Look. I'll tell you what. One atom bomb on London, mate, and that'll be the end of this country for a start.
Get off.
What do you mean,
What?
get off?
Ridiculous.
All right, look at Japan then, eh? Just look at Japan. They had one atom bomb on Japan, Hiroshima, and that was them finished, wasn't it? They soon packed it in, didn't they, eh?
You can't compare the bloody Japanese to us, mate.
Why not?
Well, we're in a different class altogether, different breed entirely.
Hey, man, it's racial prejudice. I'm knocking it. What's so special about us?
Well, we're a different colour for a start, aren't we?
Of course we are, different race of peoples.
I'm knocking you. He's so prejudiced.
Nothing to do with prejudice. Look, just shut up a minute. Look, if your God up there had wanted them the same colour as us, he'd have made them it, wouldn't he? I mean, after all, he made everyone, didn't he? And he chose, in his infinite wisdom, to make some black, some white, and some khaki. Knew what he was doing, didn't he? Had a reason for that. Oh, blimey. He ain't daft, you know.
Make some red, too. Your Red Indians, they was red.
Yeah, well, the cowboys took care of them, didn't they? Yeah, they knew how to deal with them, mate.
Yeah, no, you're not kidding. You're a right bloody old bigot, you are.
Bigot?
Bull-headed old bigot at
Just
that.
a minute, Sonny. When the bombs was dropping on us, in your war, in the Blitz, Jerry, every night, he'd come over, zzz, you know, oh, yes. And the sirens went off. Yeah. We filed in orderly fashion down the tube. Didn't we go?
I'm listening.
See? Well, we sat there every night, didn't we? Singing songs,
Yeah.
and brewing up, and playing the accordion.
With his monkey on it.
Well, London was burning over our heads, but we was defiant. We was defiant of anything the Hun could do to us.
Oh, no.
That's your rotten little Japs, mate. God blimey, they've got no moral fibre, they ain't. They get one kitschy little atom bomb on them, don't they? And they come out crying with their hands up. Camarade. That's the difference between the races, Sonny.
Little atom bomb. Listen, you don't know what atom warfare's about.
Lord,
You've got no idea.
Don't talk to me about atom bombs or any implements of war, because I was out there, wasn't I? I was in the desert, mate, me. One of your desert rats I was. Up Benghazi.
A couple Blimey, he just said he was down the tube playing his accordion.
Yeah, with his monkey.
Look, shut up, Louis. I was up against the cream of the German army out there, mate. Led by Germany's best general, Rommel, the Desert Fox.
I saw the film. Great, great entertainment.
Look, and never mind, I'm talking about the real thing, and I.
Sorry, oh.
And Rommel's troops was good soldiers, they was, almost up to our standards, they were.
Get out. You're living in the past.
Look,
you are. You're
Sally,
living in the
never
past.
mind
No
about...
conception of modern warfare.
Look, if it wasn't for men like me, little boys like you, would be living up now, under Hitler's jackboot, that's where you'd be. And he'd make sure you've got your hair cut, Shirley Temple.
Shut up! Shut up! It's people like you that causes wars.
You're talking about? I never caused a war.
Your dad never done that.
Ignorance and prejudice, though, isn't it? Eh? That's what causes wars, isn't it? And I'll tell you something. This country is full of it, mate.
This country's never caused a war.
Get off. Listen, we're the biggest warmongers the world's ever known, we are.
You bloody liar.
This
Diabolical lie. Listen,
What?
just a minute. This country, God bless it, has never caused a war. Never. I mean, the only wars we've ever entered upon was wars to end wars, Christian wars.
Christian wars?
Yes, mate.
Christian
Yes.
wars? With both sides praying to the same God, asking him to help them win it. Holy wars.
Look,
Get
just
out.
a minute. What about the last lot then? That was a war against your Nazism,
Yeah, I know
the
that, yeah.
evil, the tyranny of Hitler.
I know that.
Oh.
I know that. I'll give you that.
Oh,
I'll
he
give you
gives
that.
us
one.
that. It's kind of
no,
him,
it's
isn't
all right.
it?
No, I'll
Yeah,
give you that.
thank you.
No, but all I'm talking about is what about the First World War then, eh? What was that for, eh?
Well,
She doesn't know, does he?
I know what
You
it
don't
was
know.
for.
You
Look,
don't
that
know.
was fought to revenge the rapey of Belgians. That's what that was fought for.
rapey of
Yeah,
Belgium?
because we said to the Hun, didn't we? We said, don't you dare to go in there. And he defied us. So, we was forced to chastise him. And we did.
And millions of people lost their lives.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Yeah, well, I mean, expect to lose a few lives in a war, don't you? Hey, I mean, you can't have a war and not lose a few lives, you know. Fool.
Hey, do you realise something? There was millions of people killed in the First World War, mate. There was more people killed in World War I than was killed in World War II.
Well, you blame the Germans, mate.
Blame
Don't
the
blame
Germans?
us. Look, just a minute. Just simmer down. Look, King George V.
What?
King George V himself,
Oh,
personally, tried to advert that war, didn't he? God rest his soul. One of the best kings we ever had, he was. Wasn't he else? See? And he went to the trouble. Will you listen?
I'm listening.
He went to the trouble before World War II, of inviting the Kaiser, who was his cousin, over here to Buckingham Palace to have dinner with him. And when he finished his dinner, George V took off his white gloves,
White gloves? What does he wear white gloves for at dinner?
because he was a bloody gentleman, that's why.
All the rage they was in them days, white gloves.
And he said to the Kaiser,
Ladies used to wear them right up to here.
he said,
Did they?
Used to clean them with ginger rubber.
I bet that was a kinky scene.
Hey,
what a
Kids
kinky
they
scene.
was.
He's-
White kid, wasn't they?
will you be quiet? Will you shut up a minute? Hush up, woman, hush up.
What else?
Shut up.
What else did they
Look,
wear?
King, trying to learn your bit of history here, ain't I? King George V took off his white gloves, see? And he said to the Kaiser, he said, Billy, was his cousin. He said to him, he said, Bill, he said, look, we don't have a war between our two countries, do we? And get all of our people killed like that? No, he said, look, if we got any differences of opinion, he said, let's you and me go out in the back garden and settle our differences like gentlemen, man to man, bare fist. And then he squared up to him.
And what did the Kaiser do?
Nothing, wouldn't fight with him because he was a coward like all your Germans are.
You're marvellous. Just a minute ago, you were saying what good fighters they were.
Well,
No.
so they are as a general rule, but they got one weakness, see? They got no taste for cold steel. Show 'em a British bayonet and they'll run like rabbits, they will. And King George V, he knew this. And he summoned the Lord Kitchener into his presence and he said to him, he said, Fred, he said, issue my lads with bayonets And your Jerry won't last long?
4 years.
What?
They lasted 4 years.
Yeah, well, so they might have, but I mean, we was on our own, wasn't we? I mean, the Germans, they had the bloody Turks with them.
Well, we had the French on our
The
side.
French, don't talk to me about the French, the more trouble they're worth. Listen, if we had any sense, mate, next time we have a war, we won't invite them in on our side.
Yeah, nice, isn't it?
All the
The
French is any good for is dirty postcards and vino. That's all they was.
Listen, the room's still all dark.
What's happening? What's
I don't
happening?
know. I don't know.
A minute. Hey! Hey, come on! Move that! You can't park here! Who says I can't park here? I do, I do! I says you can't park here! You do. Yes, I do. See, you do. Yes, I do. Who do you think you are? I'll tell you who I think I am. I am the accredited arseholder of this house. That's who I am. And I don't want your van parked outside of it. You don't? No, I don't, Sonny.
Well, you ain't got no option, mate, have you? Because it's parked here now, and here it's going to stay parked until I've had my dinner. Grandad.
Look! Look! That's blocking my light out there.
If I move it, it's going to block someone else's light out. Why should I block someone else's light out rather than yours?
Not interested in that. Not interested in other people's light. I don't want it blocking my light out. Do I? Now then, are you gonna move that van? Don't do that. Are you gonna move that van? No. Well, you better. Why? Never mind about why. What you gonna do if I don't, eh? No, be reasonable. I mean, it's blocking my light out, ain't it? You don't move your van, I've got to burn a bulb in here.
Well, I'm sorry about that. But if I've got to block someone's light out, I want to block yours out.
You fat git! What'd you say? Fat git!
You say that again.
Fat git! Fat git! Fat...
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Baldy.
Look! You better move that van, or... I'll let your tyres down, that's all. Let your oar for you. Let your tyres down, that's what I'll do. You let my tyres down, and I'll smash your window. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. You and whose army? Right.
Come out in the road, come on.
No, no, go out on the road. You come over here.
No, you come here.
No, you come
come here.
You come over here,
You
Sonny.
come over here.
No, I'll do him over here.
Out in the road.
Get off of me, will you? Let me get at him.
Let him get at him.
I'll lay on him. I'll lay it on him, a fat
Let him get at him.
I'll lay... You watch out for that right hand. That's all.
Go on, put it there.
Just watch out.
Go on, put it there. Go on.
Watch it, watch it!
All right, then. Come on,
Oh,
then.
yeah,
Come on.
I've done a
Come
bit,
on.
haven't I?
Come on.
I've done
Come
a
on,
bit
then.
too,
Come on.
mate. I've done a bit too, mate, you know. What?
Come on, then.
You dirty. You. Not worth bothering with. You ain't. Not worth bothering with. 4 eyes.
You do, guys.
I lay me bolo. I laid a bolo on you.
it?
Fine. Come here.
Yeah.
Don't you try again. It's all. I showed him. I showed him. Showed him.
You haven't half gone pale.
Cheek parking his van outside of my house.
The bulldog breed. In the stage here.
I ain't frightened of him. I'll show you. I'm frightened. I'll show him.
Hey, Cassius, come here. Cassius.
I'll show him, what? Show him. Right. Right there.